I'm joined here at Bootham Crescent, Hereford head coach Mark Richards. What on earth did you say to the players at half time? Because it was, for me, a total transformation.
Yeah, I think it was kind of similar to Saturday, but the reverse in terms of York were the better team in the first half by a country mile, and we needed to change things. So obviously I made a slight tactical change, and then the lads have been excellent second half and done exactly what we've asked them to do, and just really pleased because we've had to weather some storms here tonight in terms of not just from a weather perspective, but there were times when York were really pinning us in, and we've had to defend our box superbly well tonight. And apart from a disappointing first goal, we've defended our box really, really well at times, and it's given us the chance to be able to stay into the game. And then obviously, free kick from Danny Greensake seems to be popping up with a few goals at the moment, and then obviously young James Waite, excellent, cool finish. Sort of 3-4 minutes straight after that one. So really, really pleased.
I must mention James Waite. I thought he was a breath of fresh air, and the fact that he went for goal. He's not the biggest of players, but he seems to want to score goals, and that's what it's all about. Yeah,
and credit to the scouting network that Tim's put in place, and obviously Ryan Green for watching James a couple of times and recommending him that he'd be good enough, if not a lot better than this level. And he's come in tonight, and obviously put him on at half time, and he showed a real maturity about his game, but also you saw his sort of low centre of gravity, the way he kind of moves with the ball. He's strong, even though he's not physically very big. And he was not afraid to get his shots off. So he probably, keeper's pulled off a really good save for potentially a second for him.
A change to what looked like more like a good old-fashioned 4-4-2 at half-time, that seemed to bear fruit.
Yeah, look, we needed to change it. I thought we actually started the first 5 minutes we were okay, and then all of a sudden we just kind of lost our way, and we were so on the back foot, which is not how we were on Saturday against Curzon, playing a similar way, and we just needed to change it. So obviously, it was a tough decision, but we made that call, and luckily it's paid off.
You seem to be matching teams in terms of industry and effort, and you've got, 7 points now from 9 in away games?
Yeah, no, look, it's been difficult. There's no two ways about it. It's been a really, really difficult transition in terms of the players we've had to bring in. Obviously there has been quite a bit of turnover with that, and it is slowly settling down. But I have to say a massive thanks to the away fans today. I thought they were absolutely superb. It's chucking it down here now as well, and you could hear them all throughout the game, and the lads showed their appreciation for that. So we really appreciate them travelling all this way and obviously supporting us.
I think they need to see that passion as well from the sidelines. If there's something going wrong, just to show that you're with them. Yeah, look,
don't get me wrong, I might not always show it, but trust me, I am extremely passionate about winning football matches and being as successful as we possibly can be. So even though I might not be showing it externally, trust me, that's in there. Now, if I'm ranting and raving on the touchlines, how do you think that's going to affect the players? Because if I'm ranting and raving, I'm probably putting them under more pressure when they've got to make some serious decisions in a short space of time. So sometimes me getting erratic and irate on the sidelines isn't going to be helpful to the players on the pitch. So it's important that I've hopefully got the coolest head when it comes to making decisions like the ones we've had to make at half time, and obviously throughout the games having to make substitutions and trying to get it right as much as we possibly can tactically, so it's going to, I suppose, improve performance on the pitch.
I've got to ask you, Mike Simmons, is it just a question of too many matches for him and he was rested?
He's been absolutely superb. We've mentioned this time and time again, and he was just feeling his hamstring. He still thinks he could have probably got through 20-30 minutes, not a problem, if I needed to use him, but to drag him all the way up here to potentially get back at 3 a.m. and then to not have a fresh Mike Simons for Saturday, I just thought it was the right call to just leave him at home. So hopefully he's wrapped up, in bed already, a cup of tea, and he's be raring to go for Saturday.
How close can you get to the top half of the table? Or am I getting ahead of myself?
Yeah, probably getting ahead of yourself a little bit there, but it's just pleasing that the first half was not a good performance. So I'll go back to performance levels. Curzon was a better overall performance, yet we didn't come out with the right result. Tonight we've had two massively contrasting halves of football, and we've come out with the right result, yet we've had to. Matt Yates has made a couple of unbelievable saves. We've had a few blocks on the line, and it's ended up going our way tonight. But the performance levels just need to consistently be there for us to hopefully get the right result more often than not.
But haven't you been doing that in terms of getting points since November?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where we are in the form guide at the moment, but I'm assuming we would still be in and around that top 10. So, that is obviously the aim. And, we've got two huge games coming up in terms of Leamington and Ashton. So, in and around us. Hopefully it'll give the boys a bit of confidence, because you saw that as soon as we started playing a little bit in the second half, the lads started playing with you know, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of swagger in the way that they were playing, and I thought we played some really good stuff. We're looking forward to watching that second half back, not so much the first half.
How close are you to the final? I'm not saying the final piece of the jigsaw, but another piece of the jigsaw would be a more physical presence up front. How close are you to a striker in that sort of mould?
You know, I don't think we've hid away from the fact that we are looking for not just strikers, but just any players that potentially add to our strength and depth of squad. Whether that's a physical presence of a striker or whether that's somebody who, like James Waite, for example, is probably the smallest lad on the pitch but's come on tonight and scored the winning goal, will depend on obviously what's available and what we can potentially attract to the club.
But do you not feel you need a more physical presence?
Well, you look at it tonight, we haven't had Simo, have we? And we've played a slightly different way and it's been effective. So it depends how you play. If we are going to go fairly direct, then yeah, you would probably suggest you need a direct physical presence up there. But it's not always essential, but it's nice to have the option of both. So obviously Simo's been absolutely superb, and we've not hid away from the fact that we are looking for potentially somebody who can, you know, give them a bit of competition as well. You know, it's always nice whatever positions on the pitch, so we've got competition, and I think we're getting there across the board now.
And that might encourage more Hereford fans to travel relatively short trips to Leamington at the weekend.
Yeah, you know, fingers crossed we get a good turnout there. I'm sure we will, because you know, really looking forward to Saturday. We'll dust ourselves down. We'll train Thursday, but probably half will do recovery and half will train, and then we'll get ready for Leamington.
Well done tonight.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
In this league, how we see teams that kind of crumble at home, like they did today. We also, as soon as we got that equaliser, they kind of went back in themselves, and I think Blythe did a similar thing at their place.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's momentum. You know, they talk about momentum a lot in football, don't you? In terms of obviously all of a sudden a team's got an equaliser or got a goal, and it tends to give them confidence, and obviously the team kind of go on the back foot. You know, it's happened to us on numerous occasions over the last maybe 10, 15 games. So I'm just really pleased that the lads, you know, it doesn't always work like that, and I'm just really pleased that they've put in that second half performance, because I thought it was excellent.
Because our performances away from home have generally been a bit better than they've been at home as well, haven't they?
I don't know. Some of our home performances, like I said, the Curzon one was excellent. You know, you look for 65 minutes. I thought we absolutely dominated that game, and I said after the match on Saturday that how we didn't even get 1 point out of that, let alone 3, I don't really know. So I think if you compare the two games, say for example Saturday and tonight, I'd probably still say Curzon overall performance was better. Yet we've got no points, and then we've come away with 3 today. So. Yeah, that's probably why everybody loves football so much, because it can literally change in a matter of minutes.
Right. Cheers.
Well done.
Cheers, guys.